All right.
Okay.
On Friday night,
Yes.
I was at a party with Katie.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
At
And a
Owen's
bunch
house.
of other people.
And,
At Owens,
and
yes.
a bunch of people came in, came out.
You didn't go to the party together. You just happened to be at the same
Oh
time.
no, but I mean we're colleagues,
Yes.
colleague friends, I guess.
There's a lot of Barstool people, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Talking to the mic.
This was a Barstool party?
Did I not? Like, is this a good distance? Like, I'm
Just
genuinely
move a
asking.
little bit.
A younger Barstool party.
Okay, yeah.
One you and I would not be invited to.
Just
Correct.
move a little bit on your chair.
Because
to
I'm
the-
41. You're
that way. There.
Oh.
close. All right.
I'm not.
You were kind of like this.
I'm closer to their
Okay.
age than
That's
yours.
what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah, great.
Huh.
Carry on.
And then I was sitting next to a girl, and I was talking to her because I was being nice. I wasn't even, like, flirting with her.
Okay.
And over in the corner was Katie.
Yeah.
She was talking to somebody else, and she said, or somebody else who works here, and she said to this guy, "Look at Jack. Like, he has no idea what he's doing. This girl will never, like him." She was, like, player hating. It was so weird.
I have no recollection of this
But it was so weird. It was like...
hold on. Oh,
Hold on.
me and Casey will be the arbiters of this discussion.
I'm not mad. It was just more
Fine.
like, what? Like, what?
Can I
You've
ask,
laid out the scenario.
Yes, can I ask who she was talking to?
Do you know who Gage is?
Of course I do.
No, you
Curly
don't.
hair.
Yes.
Curly hair, blonde hair.
I'm half blonde.
I
Brown's
don't. I'm gonna be
blonde.
honest. I feel really bad.
Very
about
young.
that,
He's the
but-
newest
an
intern we got.
Yeah. He's
Oh,
on the
okay,
business.
okay.
Of
sure
course I
he's
know who
very
he is.
nice.
I sent him downtown to get my computer.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
of course you did.
You send people for coffee. You can't talk.
No. I will say this coffee in my hand. Owen came up to me today and was like, "Hey, I'm going to get coffees. Do you want me to get you one?"
Okay.
I said,
you need to focus.
"Okay, we need to focus on Katie."
Katie.
I do apologize. I have zero
But
recollection.
it was weird. You
Jack.
were
What
like,
time of
Hold
night
on.
was this?
She is. So you're not denying player hating.
I don't remember.
She doesn't remember it.
I believe him. I must have said it, but I genuinely have no recollection.
And does it
of
really surprise you that she would player hate on
Oh,
Jack?
she seems like the best player hater.
Yeah,
that
but what
seems like a
time? What
skill of
time was
hers.
this?
it was like 12:45, and these.
Oh,
and
that's early.
This was a group of girls who were about to leave. Like we didn't even. I didn't even get the girl's name. I forget her name. She was about
work
to
at
leave.
Barstool?
No. And
Were
Kate-
any of the girls there other than Katie Barstool employees?
No.
no.
So it was all the bros and Katie.
No, and then there
few
was a bunch of.
girlfriends, But
No, but then there was a group of girls who played lacrosse at some school. I'm not going to say what school. Ivy League. And we were talking, and I was talking to the girls, and the girl was like, it was like a very normal conversation. And Katie was like pointing at me, and I noticed it. And then Gage came up to me and said, like, yeah, Katie was saying, like, it was weird that you were talking to that girl. And I was like, what? Like,
Okay.
are you a jealous
All right.
ex-girlfriend?
I genuinely apologize. I have zero recollection.
Fine.
I don't put it past myself that I said that, but I do apologize.
Were you hitting on the girl?
No, because I knew she was leaving. I mean, I was
So?
like, and this was, but she also,
When
this-
they're leaving is the best time
Yeah,
to hit on the girl.
she was going with her friends. I think that she was obviously texting a guy.
Okay, fair enough.
But listen, this was the part when she got really mad. This girl was drinking, and then she like signaled, and I was drinking too, and she was like, "Will you go shot for shot with me? Not actual shots."
So she
'Cause
was,
she was-
flirting with you.
Yes, and then she did this thing where she put her arm, and she was like, you know how you like can
Yeah,
put it?
yeah, you
And she was
joined
like, do this with me, and I was like, okay.
Jack, she
No,
was
that-
hitting on you.
Oh, the girl was. Okay, I was like, I did not do that.
And then Katie was at this point pointing at me and saying, I guess what I got told, like, Jack doesn't know what he's doing. This is so dumb. Like, look at Jack. And my friend Gage literally said, like, no, I think he's doing fine. And he stood up for me. So shout out to Gage.
Shout out to Gage.
Katie, that
I-
was a low moment in our relationship.
Okay, I will say that's a low moment. I don't agree with what Katie did. She doesn't remember it. But Jack, that girl was hitting on you. You not hitting on her back and capitalizing is probably the biggest
No,
travesty.
Yeah,
of
if
this
a
whole
girl
thing.
is asking to go shot for shot, that's like a hangout more
Yes.
get drunk. Yeah.
Yeah, but she was leaving. It was like I didn't.
Shooter,
No
shoot.
no girl would come up to you and be like, "Let's go shot for shot," and physically touch you if she wasn't flirting with
Also,
you.
if she tells you, if she takes shots with you and tells you when she's leaving and she's about to leave, she's
She's
No,
hitting
she
on
left,
you, Jack.
She left with all of her friends.
okay. Fair. All right.
There was no like.
Okay.
I mean, I guess I could have really went hard,
So-
but it was like Katie player hating was the main thing that came out of this.
Welcome to Unnecessary Roughness, Barstool's college football podcast, brought to you by High Noon Hard Seltzer. And amidst Casey's 7 drinks she's going with today, we've got the High Noon Hard Seltzer. We got the pineapple, the grapefruit, the black cherry, and yes, I did hurt my finger just there. Thank you very much for noticing. And the watermelon. Don't have the peach in this one, but the lime either. They're delicious as well.
Did you see the guy who tweeted us that he bought out all of the peach at his liquor store?
I did, yeah.
I was proud of him.
Yeah, Moneybags Calhoun. That's what they call him.
No, I don't think so, but I was very proud. And then it started a whole conversation about what the best flavors are. And then there was a player hater, speaking of player haters, talking about how it's not worth the money. And I say, sir, you must have never had a High Noon.
Yeah, you go kiss your own ass.
Because it is delicious.
Delicious.
And if you like seltzers.
I heard, just between me and you.
Oh.
Don't tell Jack or Katie.
Okay.
I heard it has a real juice.
See, the more important thing to me is the real vodka.
It has real vodka.
Yeah, so it's not that chalky shit.
Well, don't tell anybody. I think it's for real people like you and me.
What about us?
What?
What?
What about me?
No,
No.
like me and her. He's real.
Yeah, no, it is real.
For him, too.
I don't know. Depends. Did you guys have High Noon at this party?
Yeah, there was
Can I just point
somebody
something
brought
out?
a
This is going to be
competitor.
one
I know
today.
it.
I can just tell this.
Yeah, no, it's for
There's
sure.
no
This is-
direction. There's no anything.
We literally walked into the podcast room and said, well, neither one of us planned a podcast today.
No, we got it. We got
Katie
it.
No,
did
we-
a lot of prep. She did some good stuff.
No, I see that. I was talking about me and Brandon.
That sounded
We're
sarcastic.
we are
It
far and
wasn't.
away the least important people here, though. We
I
just
think
show up.
I think we have been. I compared us last night on a clubhouse to like steering cattle. Like you just kind of steer us where we need to go.
Right.
We sit down and we talk,
You-
and then they steer us to the next room.
You come get me when it's time, and
Put
then you
me-
take me back to my desk
Right.
and put me to bed.
Yes.
And I'll do whatever you want. I'll dance for you. I'll do college football
That's
for
what
you.
it feels like sometimes. It's just like, just take me to wherever I'm
Katie,
supposed to be on camera
Katie
right
is
now.
your wrangler and Jack is my wrangler.
No, I think Katie's your wrangler because
I'm-
she runs all your social accounts because you
Katie's
can't do it
my
yourself.
wrangler and Jack is your wrangler. Actually, Katie and Jack are my wranglers, and then you just
I'm a
follow along.
grown-up.
When
I'm
you
just a
see me
grown-up.
getting hurted, you just follow along.
I'm just a grown up.
Well, the whole thing was a joke about getting hurted, and you just went off on your own to say how.
You said this was going to be one. Will you open this for me, please?
Yeah, sure as hell will.
Yeah, thank you.
Might take a while if you'll just talk.
Yeah, no, it is one of the longest. Oh, Katie wants to do it.
I would say if you can't do it, I'll do it.
Yeah.
I literally tried to do it for 0.5 seconds.
Yeah, but you know
You
what?
didn't
She has a
seem
good
very-
point. You
you
can
didn't seem
talk
very
and she can do it
confident.
while you talk.
You didn't seem very confident in yourself.
High Noon Hard Seltzer,
Delicious.
Unnecessary Roughness, an off-season podcast of college football.
I am so.
Oh, no.
I'm starting to see a lot of spring football tweets.
Oh my God.
I saw one from Ole Miss today. I was like, that looks good. Lane Kiffin put out, good day to put the helmets on.
Yeah.
I
Got
do
you a little
hate,
excited.
I do hate that I like Lane Kiffin, but I'll hate him in due time.
Yeah, you'll hate him come August, September.
Well, I mean, they're not going to be very good this year, and people are going to have them like in the top 25. We're going to beat the fuck out of them in November. So I'll
Yes,
it'll be
it'll
good.
happen. But in the off season, it's really hard to hate anybody.
No, I hate everybody all the time.
No, it's because you just want, like I'm saying, like on social media, unless they're directly hating on you,
Yeah.
it's
I
hard to
Did y'all
because
see my run-in with the dumbest fan base in America this weekend?
maybe.
Yep.
Arkansas, yeah.
Oh
talked
yes,
about Walk the
yes,
Line.
yes, yes.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
They're just.
I heard you said you wouldn't want to live in Connecticut, but over like it's one of the worst states to live in.
That's not what I said.
Oh, okay.
I said, coming from a state that everybody looks at as the worst, I don't really look down at any states. I think you can make your living and your dream wherever you are. I would live in any of the 50. However, some of the states that are looked down at as the worst, Mississippi, Arkansas, Alabama, Louisiana,
Oklahoma.
I'd a hell of a lot more. I'd want to be there more than I'd want to be in New Jersey or Connecticut or somewhere up here. That is what I said.
So yeah, he said that.
I will say that if you're a college football fan, being down
It's
there,
not.
it's like,
I'm not directly hating against Connecticut.
Right.
I'm just saying, people look down on Arkansas, Alabama, Georgia, and Mississippi, and I was like, I have been there, and I prefer there to living up here. That's standard
there
stuff.
is a complete difference in talking about living in a state when you take college football into consideration and when you take college football out of consideration. I got into a huge argument on CCK when it was still on Sirius, when we were all on Sirius, about how I think Oklahoma is one of the worst states, and I had a lot of Sooner fans calling in and yelling at me. I said, I'm taking college football off the table. I think Oklahoma might be one of the worst states to live in. That's just my opinion. Your opinion is a state with a big college football team is probably more fun than not.
Here is my opinion.
If I was a Sooner, I would love to live
No,
in
my
Oklahoma.
opinion is non-city living is better than city living, and if
Look at that in there. I think we just found magic.
It's a miracle.
It's a peach.
It's a lime.
It's a lime. It's a random lime.
And
in
the
a variety
pack without.
They don't sell lime in the variety pack.
You also, the package was open.
Katie, don't.
Katie.
When Santa Claus comes, you don't say
What, are you
that's
gonna tell me
not
the fucking
possible.
Easter Bunny's not real
No.
either?
You know what, Katie? Fine. Fucking fine.
Back to your big city living. Katie shit all over our dreams
I don't.
coming true.
No, hey,
Yeah, here I am thinking if I go buy a variety pack, I might get a random lime or peach.
Yeah, we were instilling hope into everybody out there. Do you want to live in a world where you can't get a lime in a variety pack?
No.
All right. I would just rather, I'm a rural guy. I don't want to live in a state that's built around cities. Like New Jersey is New York City's parking lot.
That is true.
Yeah.
I would rather live in a big city, but if I'm going to live in a big city, I would rather live in
I'd
the
rather live in a
said
town
city.
of 500 people.
Like,
where-
I would
you
rather
can
li-
find that in Connecticut for sure.
Yeah, but I'd have to be 3 hours out. I still have to work here.
Well, yeah.
I want to go home. Have
Yeah,
told y'all that?
yeah,
wanna
but
go home.
you would still be a long ways out from here.
Yeah, I'd be.
But he wouldn't
16
commute every
hours.
day. 18, right?
16.
You could just go live in Connecticut.
You made a huge deal about it being an 18-hour drive.
It's
You
16.
could actually, Connecticut would actually probably be the best place for you to live
It's.
because you'd get a very similar place to Mississippi. Maybe the people may be a little bit
I've
different.
house shopped in Connecticut.
But it would be far enough up that you could say, I'm not coming in every day. But when you needed to come in, you could get on a train and you'd get here very
See,
quickly.
I just can't not come in every day.
Yeah.
FOMO.
Okay,
yeah.
then you got an issue.
How's everybody doing? All right.
I'm having a great day. I said before the podcast I was in a bad mood. I'm not. I
You-
think Katie and Jack are in a bad mood.
I'm having time of my life.
Can I say something about football?
Yes, please. Go ahead.
I'm kind of woke to pro days now. I've always been woke to pro days a little bit. Everybody in the world's running 4.39. Fine, whatever. Michael Parsons. We'll get to you in a minute,
Okay.
sweetheart.
Okay.
Michael Parsons ran a 4.39. Impressive. I think he's being very undervalued. I think these guys that opted out, like Jamar Chase, Michael Parsons. Chase isn't getting undervalued, but I think Parsons is. Anyway, I'm woke to pro days in that we have now seen 3 different quarterbacks. If you saw it today, there's a Justin Fields throw that has gone viral where he's fading backwards and he throws at 9,000 feet, 9,000 yards. In fact, I want to say all 4 first-round quarterbacks now. Trevor Lawrence had a throw from his pro day that went viral. Zach Wilson had a throw, and then now Justin Fields had a throw. I think Mac Jones might have had one.
Oh no, Mac Jones is going viral right now
I'm
too.
kind of woke to these throws. Like they're really just the Justin Fields throw particularly. He just kind of faded back and he threw it very high, very deep, and his receiver ran under it. That's just
on our
not.
Twitter. It's on our Twitter.
That is not a very. This is it right here. That is not a very replicable throw in football. Like you just.
Also,
It's beautiful.
it's a beautiful throw, but why are we surprised
That
these guys can throw the football?
That's true.
That is, so I'm woke on this because, and I say this all the time, and people listening to this podcast are obviously going to agree because you're a college football fan. When people who only pay attention to the NFL go fucking crazy for these guys who have been balling out in college, it's like,
Right.
watch one Saturday and you're not going to look at Trevor Lawrence and be like, God damn, that guy's good.
Yeah.
Like, hello, we've been saying
It's
that.
also-
You look down on us every Saturday, but now he's at pro day and he's throwing against nobody, and he's good.
It's also an empty field
Yes.
with a receiver and these pro scouts or these people that follow the draft
Oh,
only
they
they'll be
cum
like,
themselves.
wow, look at this throw right here. Like Trevor Lawrence has 25 of those throws on tape in an actual game.
Exactly. And I speaking of NFL, I went on this rant last week, Brandon. You and I are on the same wavelength on the Dime Package, the NFL podcast I do with Frank. So I was like, I'm so sick of people blowing up pro days that don't pay attention to college football. Because it's like, yeah, I understand for the guys on the bubble, they need pro days. That's fine. What's happening? You have something on my face?
Yeah, you got it.
Oh, mascara?
Yeah.
Okay, thank
You
you.
been
That was
crying?
very sweet. No, I
Did
haven't
you
cried today.
see the fake eyelashes that the Baylor Lady Bears were wearing last night?
That was a fantastic game. You know what? The game of the NCAA tournaments was a women's game.
Yeah.
It was far and away the best game I've seen, both in pace and everything. Anyway, that's not a really conversation.
Anyways,
And maybe there might have been fake eyelashes, but that girl, the girl that missed the shot that got fouled at the end,
Carrington.
beautiful.
She is
gal.
beautiful.
Lovely.
I mean, UConn has a much more beautiful team, though.
You'd say that about
I
anybody.
mean, you're biased, Jack.
Yes.
No, they just have a lot of really beautiful women on their team.
Both
Also,
inside and out, right?
shout
Well-
out the
In terms of skills and looks.
Texas Longhorns with your old coach. They had a nice season.
I don't want to talk about that. That hurts. That
Vic
hurts
Schaefer.
too much.
Well, you know,
He
it
almost
hurts
won
him.
the
He's an
NIT.
Aggie.
Huh?
Almost won the NIT.
When's Kansas going to hire a coach?
Forgot
Good
about
point.
that.
Yeah, well, Les Miles been out of work for a while. We're supposed to do our 10 worst hires, but I've been busy. We'll do that later.
We do have something kind of like that.
Yeah, I know.
today.
We have something pretty great.
Oh yeah, so let's just dive into this.
Well, should we do? Let's do news first.
Well, yeah, but we're like a hummingbird. No, we're like a bird. We're like a gaggle of birds that we're just sitting here and we're looking all around. Something grabs our attention. We talk about that for a second. Oh, over there. Oh, we'll talk about that. We're not really focused right now.
I wouldn't say that birds have ADD. I would say we're like dogs. You know, it's like a car goes by, like, oh, gotta
It's like
chase
the dog
car.
from Up with squirrels.
You mean
Squirrel.
like any
yeah,
dog
yeah,
ever?
yeah.
No, the dog from Up, like the
Oh, here
movie.
they go
He'll be
again.
talking. There's a squirrel. And he'll stop in the middle of the
Squirrel.
sentence.
Here they go again.
Yeah.
That.
Gotcha. That's just like a dog.
Up was the first 10 minutes just makes you crying up, and then
Yeah.
I never really liked Up. You know what the worst Pixar movie is?
Which one?
I didn't like Inside Out at all.
I liked that one.
It's just Pixar.
I saw
just,
that one in Lubbock,
Pixar
Texas.
just stopped making movie for kids, and now they just make movies for adults.
I'm
Have
okay
you seen
with that.
Soul?
No, I haven't seen
that?
it.
It's apparently the
It's
one
Pixar.
that's everyone is obsessed with. I haven't seen it yet, but that's
I didn't.
like
I
the
haven't seen
new
Coco or Soul.
I haven't seen either one
big
of those either.
one.
Should we
Uh,
talk about college football?
What's
though?
the best Pixar movie?
Monsters Inc.
I like The Incredibles.
I've never seen that.
What?
I know.
You damn.
Come on, Casey.
I heard Miss Incredible has a fat ass though.
Yup.
Big dump truck ass.
Yeah, I heard that. Heard that.
Thick girl.
Yeah,
Yeah.
heard about that.
Yeah, I like that broad.
Don't say broad.
Why not?
I don't know.
That's like the Hey Sexy Baby.
yeah,
it's like
broad.
the
Broad
equivalent.
is like ugh.
Yeah, you broads would say that.
Yeah, well,
A couple of dames.
I'm gonna be honest.
Dames-
I've never once thought a cartoon character was hot.
I haven't either.
have you
Express-
seen Jessica Rabbit?
It's a rabbit.
She is not. She's
She's
a
not
human.
a rabbit. She's a human.
Google Jessica
She's
Rabbit.
married to a rabbit. That's her last name, Jack.
Jack, have you
Or
not
a-
seen
Jeez.
Jessica Rabbit?
That's the most overrated movie ever.
I don't
It's an
give a
overrated
shit.
movie, but she's
Look
still
at
hot.
her. Holy cow.
Oh, I thought. Who's the person?
Lola
who they-
Bunny.
Can I just tell you something? I don't know. I came up with my Halloween costume.
Yeah.
I told you about it. I
Yeah, no, I
texted
know.
you.
You texted it to me out of
Do
nowhere.
you like it?
Yeah, I do. I think it's great.
Okay.
Brandon texted me his Halloween costume, and he just, but no context, and he said, I'm just sending you this so I'll remember it.
Yes. Because I'll forget.
Yeah.
I hate when I come up with ideas like that and I forget.
So I'm now his journal.
The soul owner.
Yeah.
I'm
Would
the
you like to
journal.
know what it is?
Yeah, but you're not gonna tell me. I feel.
No, don't say it on the podcast. You need to save it.
I just need to wear it.
Yeah, you need to save
Oh.
it. Don't, I mean, it's
I mean,
March.
it's 8 months away. Literally, because it's October 31st.
People will remember.
Nope.
Today's the
Nope.
30th.
No, so it's 7 months away. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
8 months would put us in November.
It's all right. We're not mad. So let's make plans for my birthday. What are we going to do?
What?
What are we going to do?
What do
Heart
you
and Soul, the
wanna do?
podcast, only turns 42 once.
I mean, sure. If you want us to do something, we'll do it.
Shit, I've never
assume you-
brought Katie her present.
I assume you don't want to see us on your birthday.
My birthday is on a Tuesday. We do record on Tuesdays.
Oh.
Oh.
I'm just.
Well, when we recorded on my birthday, you were mad at me. So I'm going to be mad at you on your birthday.
Let's do it.
You were
Fuck
mad
yes.
at me.
No, you were mad at me.
Did I lock you out on your birthday?
Jack,
No,
the
but the
kids are
next
fighting.
time we came in,
Yeah.
I thought
This
we were
is like
fine by the
us.
next time we
no,
came in.
no. You were texting me the night before asking if I was going to show up, and I didn't have my phone, and so you were freaking out because you're like, oh my God, she's not going to show up for the podcast. But I was really just drunk, so I didn't have my phone.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Okay. So let's talk about the
and
news.
notes. Yeah, news and notes.
So this is a really important piece of news. I have and I'm not backing down from this. I have previously told you that I think my college football national championship pick for 2021 will be the Georgia Bulldogs.
Yes.
And I'm not going to back down from this, although this is a significant blow. George Pickens, who was one of the reasons I picked him, because JT Daniels, the quarterback, is going to put up big numbers, going to be great. But one of the reasons was he had just a freak. George Pickens, 6'6", 220 pounds, like a Randy Moss type freak on the outside. Not as good, but certainly like that. George Pickens tore his ACL in spring practice for the Georgia Bulldogs. That's
Not
a big
good.
blow for them.
Not good.
They're still going to get to fall back on. I don't remember the name of their great receivers, Demetrius something. But they've got very good receivers outside
Demetrius
of him.
Robinson's got to be gone by now, right? He was that
No, I-
5-star.
It's a different guy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's
Say it's not the same guy.
they've got very
But
they
George
got,
Pickens is a huge loss.
they got good players everywhere, but George Pickens is a huge loss for Georgia. But I'm not backing down.
Injuries in the spring stink. I mean, injuries at any time stink, but boy, like when you're just playing yourselves
Yeah.
and you are out for the season.
So you also when you get hurt in March, there's always that. Well,
Could he?
could he?
He
Maybe.
is a freak of nature.
He's a freaking nature,
Well,
but
send
but
him to
then-
Tuscaloosa.
But then
he'll
you get
be just
like
fine.
you'll get like halfway through they'll just take a homeless person's ACL and
You
put it
want-
in his knee.
You want to know something
The
funny?
witch
Yeah,
doctor
I
shit
want to
down
know
there.
something funny so much.
You're gonna like this.
Oh boy.
All right, this is a reoccurring theme on our podcast. But when the week I got kicked off the college football show, you guys were going
Oh.
to Clemson,
Yeah.
and
Oh yeah, you were invited.
I got disinvited. But that morning, the day I heard I got disinvited,
Yeah.
I had a big plan when we got to Clemson. This was the year that Amari Rogers, who was a player for Clemson, tore
Yeah.
his ACL in spring practice. Even I think it was May workouts, and he then somehow recovered fast enough to play in that game against Texas A&M, and that was during the same time that there was rumors about it was the season after the Osterin with Christian Wilkins and
right.
whatnot. They
Yeah,
got
yeah.
suspended. So I was gonna wear a shirt there during the show that said Clem Osterin, and it was gonna have the Osterin thing, that molecule on my
Sure.
shirt, and I had it made and everything.
Oh, that's really
And
sad.
then I went and got Chipotle, and then I got Chipotle, was eating it, and was told I was off the show.
Brandon, this is a piece of information that we've never known, that Jack actually had an outfit made for him.
Yeah.
That makes it way worse.
That just makes me sad.
That
yeah, I
was
mean,
just-
I don't even care any of the
That
details
was
that he
just
just said.
one.
It was just
a shirt, but I was like, okay, this could be good.
where is this shirt right now?
All right, got rid of it.
Jack, can I just tell you, and I don't know if we've ever had this conversation, since I'm finding things out about you, I'd like for you to know things about us. I did not know that you were off the college football show. When I got in, I learned that Dave and Casey had made that decision. So
I had nothing to do with that.
I felt bad. There was nothing I could do. But when Dave and Casey told me, when they brought me into their office, and they were like, "Hey, we're letting Jack go," and Dave was like, "I mean, he's fine," but Casey just,
Yeah,
Iron Fist Smith over here.
Yeah,
I felt bad. You know how she gets.
Yeah.
You know how she gets.
You sent me a
Yes,
text.
we have a
so
joint
I was
office that
very
we
Yeah, I
Great.
sent you a text. I was like,
you were like, sorry about the show, and I was like, thank you.
Right. When I was like, hey Jack, I don't think they should have done that. And then you saw me later with a black eye, and then Casey was standing beside me. I had to text you.
And you were crying.
Crying. Yeah.
It all sounds very plausible. That
Yes.
Dave and I have a joint office where I make all the decisions for
Yeah.
Barstool Sports.
Which I thought that was weird. I'd never even seen that office
Yeah,
before.
no, it's very strange.
So-
Interesting. Anyway, so George Pickens tore his ACL.
Sure did. That's
Damn.
not. We're not laughing at that.
No, I'm
No.
laughing at how off topic we get.
No, it's all connected because
The shirt,
a
the
wide
shirt,
receiver
right,
for
right,
Clemson,
right,
a team
right,
that
okay.
had national championship aspirations, tore his ACL in spring practice.
But came
and
back the
came
week
back.
2. Mm-hmm. It was
Here's a
week 2.
college football thing.
Yeah, let's hear it.
So we are watching the draft, the NFL draft. We're coming up to the draft, and we're starting to see teams move around and stuff like that. It now appears that the top 4 teams are getting in line to take 4 quarterbacks at the top of the draft.
Yes.
They are Trevor Lawrence to Jacksonville.
Easy.
It is believed, or at least
Rumored.
in NFL circles that I trust and believe, that it looks like the Jets at number 2 could pick Zach Wilson, BYU. It looks like Zach Wilson in line to be the second quarterback. You rolled your eyes at that.
Just the Jets. Keep going.
She hates the Jets for some reason.
And number 3,
It's a pretty easy.
Number
I
3.
have to fucking listen to Kevin all the time.
so the Niners have traded up with the Dolphins, and a lot of people said, are they trading up for Trey
Justin-
Lance? Or are they trading up for Justin
Justin
Fields?
Fields.
But there were reports that they are not trading up for Justin Fields. They are trading up for Alabama quarterback Mac Jones.
I've seen that.
That was pretty shocking to me because here there's always been a multiple tiers of quarterbacks in this class. Trevor Lawrence was always sitting by himself. From the time he was a sophomore in high school, he was pigeonholed in as the number 1 pick in the 2021 NFL draft. So he's on a tier on his own. Justin Fields entering last year, I felt like was like at the very top of that second tier, but Zach Wilson crashed the party. Trey Lance has crashed the party by being kind of a workout monster. He's got every tool in the book. So you got those 3. But Mac Jones, he never started until Tua left. He never was considered to be that great, and then he had the great season. Now he could be the 3rd pick of the draft from Alabama. Do you believe in Mac Jones that high?
Here's the thing. We said the same thing about Joe Burrow before Joe Burrow had the year he did.
I guess, but it's different because Joe Burrow had never impressed anybody. And then he had the greatest season in the history of college football.
Yeah,
right?
but Mac Jones had some pretty fucking great numbers this year.
Great numbers. Here's my only issue if I'm drafting number 3.
Yeah.
Mac Jones stood behind the best offensive line in college football.
Yes, he did.
He threw to the best receivers in college football.
Yes, he did.
And when he had to check down, he threw or handed off to the best running back in college football.
But you can't fault him for that.
You can't, but you have to extrapolate his play and say.
But if you're the Jets, you don't need him to come right in and play.
Well, not the Jets, the Niners.
Oh, the Niners.
Yeah.
Right. The Niners. Oh, well,
And
then what do they do with Jimmy?
The Niners have a guy, Kyle Shanahan,
Yes.
who is looked at as one of the bright young offensive minds. I don't
Right.
even know if he's still young. The bright offensive minds in football. He's able to get stuff out of them. You know, they traded for Jimmy Garoppolo a couple of
Right.
years ago, who's handsome.
Yeah. People lost their minds whenever they traded him out of New England.
Yeah,
Good. Seems like it
they
was a
could
good
probably
choice,
get him
yeah.
back now though if they wanted him.
Cam Newton being whatever. This is not an NFL podcast.
And then Trey Lance, number 4. So, what do you think about that order of quarterbacks? Trevor Lawrence 1, you're
Well,
on board with.
I mean, easy.
Yeah. You don't like Zach Wilson, number 2?
No, I do. I like Zach Wilson. He feels like one of those guys. He feels like a Mitch Trubisky to me.
He does feel like.
Like he's good and he's got good tape, but like everybody that's again not watching college football is like, oh, this is the guy, and it's
Zach
like,
Wilson
well,
feels like the
he had a great year, but like
he feels like the hot girl that transferred into high school, and all the guys go crazy. Oh, hot girl, hot girl, hot girl, and then like you might find out like 3 months later, oh, she's actually crazy. She's actually got these issues, but nobody looks at it because she's so hot.
right.
He's very hot as a quarterback.
Yeah, he's the hot name in the streets right now.
He's a
but
sexy quarterback.
how many? I mean, it's going to happen for the rest of time. But how many times have we seen? Like again, if you're not watching college football, you see certain tapes, you see highlights, you see what scouts are saying, and then they are so high up in the draft and they don't pan out and people that do watch college football are like, well, yeah, he was good for where he was. He's not the number 2 quarterback in the draft. I would take Justin Fields over Zach Wilson, and I'm not disrespecting Zach Wilson, but just the level of play alone, I would take Justin Fields over Zach Wilson.
Let's talk about places in college football we'd like to go that nobody ever mentions that they'd like to go.
What do you mean, like a town?
Yeah. I'd love to go to Iowa State.
Oh, like a game.
Yeah, those
Oh,
people hate
Iowa
each
State.
other.
Oh, yeah, no,
Those
they
people
definitely hate each other.
And I hate Iowa.
I wish Kansas and Missouri played in football. I would
Oh, I like
really
that
want to
one.
go to that one.
I like that one.
I
That's
would
a
really,
good.
really want to go to that one, yeah.
I wouldn't mind going to a game at Colorado for some reason.
Well, Boulder is beautiful.
That's what I hear.
It's absolutely
Boulder.
beautiful.
Boulder.
Then maybe check out a game at New Mexico. I
Would
would
you
like.
guys like
I've
to go
been
to,
there. I've been there. It's nice.
Would you guys like to go to Boise State?
No, I
Yeah.
can't look at the field.
I feel like I hate the field. If I saw it in person, I would turn
That's a
to
long ass.
I want to
Plane
sailgate
ride.
at Washington.
We're not driving. Oh, sailgate.
Sailgate at Washington, not fucking Baylor. I want to
I'm not
sailgate
a
at
big
Washington.
traveler.
You could also sailgate at not sail, but you could boatgate at Knoxville, Tennessee.
There's 3. Yeah, it's Baylor, Tennessee.
I didn't know Baylor was a lake, a river.
Yeah, it's right
Yeah,
behind it,
yeah, the new
Why you
the
hollering
new
at me?
stadium.
I wasn't. No, I was just saying yeah.
Oh, Jack, you got into it with some Baylor people yesterday.
Well, yeah, because they're bitching and moaning about a foul call.
It's college basketball, and that was a foul.
Also,
Well, yeah, but
well,
that's
Waco's
what people
just
do.
Waco.
They
well,
bitch and moan.
I didn't even. It wasn't even about the foul itself that I was laughing at. Jack. It said he didn't know people in Waco, Texas had Wi-Fi, and I was like, oh boy, Jack, you're about to jump into it because
Wouldn't
Waco
mind.
is a shithole.
I wouldn't mind going to Provo.
Oh, me neither.
Yeah, Provo would be
I'm trying
nice.
to think of where else I would want. I want to go to a Clemson, South Carolina game because those people hate each other
See,
too.
I've already been to Clemson. Like Clemson goes to the back of the line because I've been there.
Yeah, but I want to go to that specific game. Would you ever want to go to a game at the Rose Bowl? I know I always bring that up.
Yeah, but I
like,
don't put it very high on the list.
He doesn't
Rose
like the
Bowl's so-
Rose Bowl.
Like if I happen to go,
It's beautiful.
I'd
though.
love to.
The weather's
I'd like to
always
go
so
to a Notre Dame
nice.
game. Frankly, I'd like.
I've been to a Notre Dame game.
Oh,
Very
okay.
fun.
Excuse me, money bags.
Well, it was for my job, Brandon. I was sent there.
Something happened recently with Notre Dame that I was thinking about, but
Oh, their jerseys
no, not
or their Peacock TV.
Peacock.
I
Yeah,
know
they
what
have
you're
Grow
saying.
up.
they have their own streaming services now.
No, I know.
Okay.
With NBC. Where else would you want to go?
No, like more than. Like they're gonna do like all the replays in the same
Love
way
to
that
go to Virginia Tech.
NBC has Peacock or
Yeah.
like there's
We
Hulu.
should
Like
go to a
Notre
Virginia
Dame
Tech
has their
game.
own
We
thing
should go to
now.
Blacksburg, Virginia.
Oh, I'd like that. I'd like that a lot.
Talk about a college football place, man.
Oh, yeah.
Virginia Tech won the best stadium in the ACC according to CBS.
I don't have a problem with that.
Me
Lane
either.
Stadium, right?
Me either. That's a.
I
What's
would,
that
I would put
historic
Clemson.
stadium.
Like
Although
over-
I've never been to Virginia Tech, so I can't say that. But I just
Clemson
feel
was
like
frankly a disappointing stadium to me.
Clemson
was
was
frankly
number
a
two
it
in
was
it.
so hot. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Lane Stadium's a great stadium.
Yeah, Lane Stadium's beautiful.
I like Florida State Stadium.
Doak Campbell.
Yeah.
Doke.
I tell you what, who always had a good stadium. Of course, it's not great in real time or anything, but Boston College was fun to play with on the game because they just had a great looking stadium. They had a nice
Boston's
small
so
stadium.
nice. I love Boston.
Best Power 5 stadium winners from all the. See, you should have brought this up earlier. So the Shoe won. Wait a
It's
minute. The Shoe
by-
beat the Big House.
It's by conference.
Wait a minute.
No, that's
Wait
bullshit.
a minute. I don't even say.
That is bullshit.
You relax.
Can we start doing these lists?
We're
have-
doing them, Jack.
Quit
This is
hollering at me.
bullshit.
Okay, we're looking at.
69%?
Nice. We're looking at Fox College Football Best Big Ten Stadiums as voted on by CFB on Fox fans. Well, that's always going to be voted most by the biggest fan base. So the Shoe wins.
By a landslide.
Big House is second, and Beaver Stadium is third. In my mind, I got Beaver Stadium number one. I think that's the best stadium in the Big
The
Ten.
Big House is the best stadium in the Big Ten.
I think Beaver Stadium is. Penn State, the whiteout. Come on, you kidding me? 100,000 people.
I mean, yes, Beaver Stadium is awesome. All three of those are awesome. I haven't been to a game at Penn State. I know we've flown over one when we took
I
the
haven't been to
plane
a game
away.
at- the
I've
Shoe-
been to a game at Michigan and Ohio State, and I would take Michigan over Ohio State 10 out of 10. Now, granted, when I went to Ohio State, it was freezing and I wanted to die, but
Here's the thing I hate about the Shoe: the worst camera angle in sports.
we've talked about it.
It's
It's
sitting
terrible.
on top. I hate that.
It's like
I-
the Oklahoma State basketball.
Yeah, it's awful. It's
No,
awful.
the Big House is better.
All right,
And
let's
again,
go-
no disrespect to Ohio State,
Let's
but
go
the
down.
Big House is
Best
better.
Pac-12 stadium as voted. So
The
Oregon.
Rose Bowl has to be first.
Well, that's not considered a Pac-12
Well,
stadium, right?
kind of.
Well,
Wouldn't you consider it a Pac-12 stadium?
No, I would consider it a stadium that the Pac-12 plays in, if that makes any sense.
Yeah,
All right,
the
so-
Rose Bowl's the Rose Bowl stadium.
Okay.
Yeah,
fine.
it's like you can't count where the SEC championship games play.
Yeah,
All right, so
it'd be like Pitt Stadium is like,
best Pac-12 stadium as voted on by fans. Oregon won 41.9% of the vote. Colorado second. UCLA third.
I will say
Oregon,
I'm the
that-
most ignorant about Pac-12 stadiums because I haven't been to very many.
Washington should probably be in there. I
And
know theirs is
Washington
very
I would
Oh,
put
it's
Washington
awesome.
over UCLA.
And I think Utah has a very nice one.
I would put Oregon. I think their stadium is the best. It's beautiful. It's awesome. It's loud out here, but I hate their turf. I hate the multicolored turf.
Yeah,
I
do
hate
too.
that. Okay,
Can't we just keep it just plain green?
best SEC stadium is I think they got number one right, number two way wrong, and number three right. So 48% of the vote. What are you doing?
I mean, you know what I'm going to say. These people. Kyle Field is on that list.
100. Okay, so it's LSU 1,
Yes.
Alabama 2, Florida 3. I think LSU should be number 1 with a bullet.
Yes,
That
I
is the
agree.
best stadium in the SEC. That's the best stadium in the country.
Agreed.
I said it. I think Ed Orgeron's a terrible coach. I think LSU athletic department needs to be gutted, but their football fan base is the best, and their
A night game at Death Valley is
and
the
their
best.
stadium
Yes,
is the very
yes,
best.
yes,
I will
yes.
tell you what's bad about you. I will tell you what's good about you. Alabama at number 2 is the best SEC stadium, as voted on by fans, is the dumbest shit I've ever heard. That's
Travesty.
a fucking library. It is not a great stadium. It's big as hell, but it is the people sit on their hands. It's not a great atmosphere. It's not a great stadium.
They're just so used to winning.
Yeah, it's
It's
boring.
just-
It's
I mean,
boring.
Bryant Denny itself, fine, whatever, but like an atmosphere, no.
I personally would put the Swamp, Florida, number 2, and then I would put Kyle Field number 3. I've not been to Kyle Field. This is just based on watching on TV. If I go to Kyle Field soon, hopefully,
This year.
maybe I will be able to judge it against Florida. But I've been to LSU for a Saturday night game, and that experience is the best.
LSU, by far the best. I've been to the Swamp. I love the Swamp. I thought it was great. You know, the Gator Chomp, the whole thing. It is a bias, but completely unbiased. Kyle Field is still better than the Swamp.
Okay, fair enough.
I'll show you.
I'm,
I'll tell you what.
We're
the-
going one day.
This next list is ridiculous.
Are we talking about the Big 12?
What the fuck is Texas doing on there? And again, I love Austin, Texas. This has nothing to do with the fact that that A&M is a Texas rival growing up. Going to Memorial
Yeah.
is like going to a wine and cheese party.
Yeah. It
It is quiet.
He doesn't even look great on TV.
No, the tailgating scene is not that great. You can definitely have fun. Don't get me wrong, but Austin is not a college town. Austin is the state capital of Texas, and when you go to games there, it's quiet, and
Okay.
it's a big ass stadium.
I've just made an executive decision on the podcast that you're going to sign off on because you're also an executive.
Okay.
Oh,
Thank you.
We're going to do list week next week. We're going to start list week.
love
We're
list
going to do our own list. All these that we're reading off.
List week?
We're doing our own list.
No. Let's.
We'll do them. We'll do them once a week from then on. I want next week to be list week. We're just
You
going to
need
do
to
our.
prep
No,
them
but
ahead
we
of
don't want to
time.
ruin all the lists.
No,
What
it's
do you
list
mean?
week.
Why is Jack freaking out?
It's list week.
No, not list week. Let's make it list off season.
There's billions of lists we can do, Jack.
Well,
I want to do
he's
list
saying,
week.
He's saying we should do like one list a week.
I know what he's saying, but we can always
Okay.
do one list a week at the end of the show. I do it on wrestling. We do one list a week, top 5 a week.
Yeah, one
We'll do
list
top
a
5
week.
a week.
Yeah,
But there's 1,000 that we could next week. We'll do list week. Me and Casey,
yeah.
we'll get together. We'll come up with our list.
Yeah.
And
You guys should do your own list.
yeah, but we'll
It'll
We'll
help
come up
to,
with
like,
which
argue.
list we
Correct.
should. Right. Yeah.
Fair
yeah.
enough.
and
Okay,
then
fair
you guys
enough.
will hear
And
our
then
list.
we'll reveal them on the
It's
show.
okay. I got it.
Also, can I just go ahead and say this on the
I
podcast?
understand.
I have a date on Thursday, so I can't do Clubhouse.
Looks like I'll be doing Clubhouse by myself this
Probably
week.
be spaces.
Yeah, spaces.
Huh?
I don't have
Spaces.
spaces anyways.
You can.
Yeah,
he
that's
starts it,
big
it's fine.
news for our Facebook group.
We got spaces now. You
Not
don't need
even
Clubhouse
Facebook
invites.
group, but anybody, anyone who's messaging, even me. I'm sure Katie's gotten it. You guys have gotten it. Like, can I get an invitation to Clubhouse? All you need is a Twitter account now.
I don't have spaces.
I do.
I
All right.
jumped into your spaces today.
Huh?
I jumped in on your spaces
Show
today.
did.
To compliment
So it's just
you.
like if you don't know what Spaces is, it's Clubhouse on Twitter.
So you
Just
don't have to have
Twitter
an
said
invite.
Twitter just said, you know what, good app. We're gonna take it and we're gonna put it on our thing.
And we'll tweet it out, so all you
They
have to do
cucked
is
him.
like just
Yeah.
go to our
Anyways,
Twitter on.
so
and then
yeah.
Brandon will tweet out. Everybody. Will.
I just wanted to get ahead of that.
If you have any lists
How's your date?
that
how's your date
you
with?
think that we should debut next week, please let us know. Twitter,
Jack.
Facebook.
I've got the. Don't worry about it. Well, I'll take care of the list.
You want to know why I don't believe you? Because I wanted you to do a list for this week.
I got busy.
I know you did. I texted you on Saturday.
But now,
Hold on.
there's two of us.
Where y'all going?
I'm not telling you anything.
Is it a second date or a first date?
It's not a first or second date.
Oh. Okay. You're blushing.
I feel like we shouldn't talk about like our dates on the pod. 'Cause I feel like we're like for something and like all of them not working
Speaking
out.
of Katie, how's your dating life going?
Non-existent. Thank you for asking.
You're
He'll
welcome.
be fine.
She was just projecting.
Katie will be fine. That's my projection.
Thursday night
you
for
ever-
Spaces and Clubhouse is tough for the single
Okay,
people.
maybe
Like,
we can
Thursdays
change
is
it.
a good
Tuesday
date
night.
night. Okay, fine. Tuesday nights.
Well, no, it
That's
should
a
be
good-
at
that's
least
a good
Wednesday
sex
so
night for me.
people.
Well,
Oh,
Thursdays is a good sex night for me.
Okay, relax.
We can't do it Tuesday because we need at least Wednesday for people to
What
listen
the
to
hell?
episode.
Fine. Best Big 12 stadium, as voted on by college football on Fox fans. West Virginia wins at 42.1%, Oklahoma 41%, and Texas 10%.
Texas should not be on that list.
Here's the problem.
They just shouldn't be.
Okay, relax. Here's the problem.
I do love Norman. But
What else you gonna do? What else you gonna put from the Big 12? I mean, Iowa State doesn't have an iconic stadium. Baylor.
I mean, are we talking about the atmosphere or
I
the
don't know
stadium
what we're
itself?
talking about.
I'll tell you what. If you want to talk about a crazy atmosphere, Texas Tech. Going to a game at Texas Tech
Yeah.
is a blast.
And Lubbock.
Yeah, Lubbock stinks. Lubbock is an absolute shithole. But going to a game at Texas Tech, very fun. Unless you're on the opposing team, which
You're
then
a
they'll like
shithole.
throw batteries at you. But Texas Tech, very fun.
And
Oklahoma State, very fun.
Last but not least, the best ACC stadium. Virginia Tech wins with the biggest percentage of the. No, Ohio State got a
which
huge
is
percentage,
bullshit.
which that's just fans juicing it. But Virginia Tech gets 51% of the vote. Clemson gets 31%. Florida State gets 10%. Doe Campbell's fine.
I don't hate that list. I really don't. I think that one's probably the most accurate.
North
Which one do you think
Carolina
the most
stadium looks
accurate
okay.
is? Huh?
I think North Carolina's
have
got a
never
pretty good
been.
stadium.
I've never been.
I haven't been to other.
Which
you
one's
zoom
most
out,
accurate? Pull
compare.
out, pull out
Yeah,
again.
pull
Pull out all the way
out.
out. Okay, just relax. All right. I think. Okay. Here's what.
Yeah.
Here's what I think.
If you just are watching on YouTube, Katie just mouthed "pull out" in a very sexual way.
Jesus. That's gonna be a GIF or GIF, however you say it.
Here's the
Jeff.
thing.
The most accurate. Go.
Most accurate is okay. The Big Ten got the 3 right. It just has the wrong order.
Okay.
I think I would go Beaver Stadium, Big House, the shoe. And I would sneak in Wisconsin ahead of the shoe.
Oh man, I forgot about Madison.
Camp Randall, yeah, I would sneak in that.
So I think the most accurate is the ACC because I think that those are probably the three. I haven't been to Virginia Tech, but I've always heard it's amazing. I would put Clemson first just because I've been there. By far the least accurate to me is the Big 12.
Out of these 5 lists, I think
I'm the most ignorant about the Pac-12.
I'm
the most offended by the SEC.
LSU was voted number 1. That's right.
Yes.
Oregon was voted number 1 Pac-12. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Virginia Tech number 1 ACC. That's right. West Virginia number 1 Big 12. That's right. And
you would put West Virginia over Oklahoma?
yeah, I would.
Oh man, Oklahoma's pretty cool.
I don't know.
The Boomer Sooner thing. I mean, I think that's if you.
Just stadium wide, I guess having been to a Saturday in West Virginia, it's hard to go against where you've been.
Yeah, oh yeah, well no, the people of West Virginia they party.
Yeah.
But I've gone to plenty of games
You remember
in
them?
Norman and
Remember
Titties. Yeah.
Titties?
Yeah, yeah.
There were just titties. You remember? When we were
I
there
mean,
for
I saw the
college football
clip.
show?
I didn't actually see the titties.
It is the only live
I
college
was the
football show
closest-
that we've gotten flashed at.
I was the closest to the titties.
I
It's
remember
true.
you were
and
just.
and there was a naked man streaking.
Yeah.
And wasn't this just after the? Was this after you got really obsessed with the titties on the World Series?
Yes, around
This
the
was
same
around Titty Gate.
That
yeah.
was really funny.
Yeah. Yeah. Which I didn't get really obsessed. I did like one.
No,
series
I
of
know.
tweets.
No,
Yeah,
you
that
got-
was one
you
of
were
those
pretty
that
horny
was.
Listen,
online.
Jack, if you're going to accuse me of being a Titty fan, I mean,
You got
guilty.
pretty horny.
Are
online.
you a titty man or ass man?
I'm Titty
Oh,
guy.
I have asked him this because he said he thinks that boobs are top 5 things in the world, and I said, well, where would you put asses? And he said bottom 5.
I'd say bottom
Really?
5. I put like top
He said gross things happen.
top
there.
75. Yeah,
that-
people
that's
shit
not-
out of those things.
You don't have to go up it just to look at it.
I don't. Okay, but titties are top notch. Yeah.
If I was a dude,
I'm
I
a
would be
tit
more of
guy.
an ass man.
Yeah, I
think.
feel like it's like the year of
Wait,
the
huh?
ass for the past few years.
You'd be an ass guy,
If I would like, I think I would rather. Well, I don't know.
Jack. You tit guy or an ass guy?
Both.
Oh, he's both. Okay.
I
Wow.
guess.
I mean,
Yeah.
I think everybody's kind of
I
both.
feel like the ass has been like the common
Personality.
trend right now.
Oh,
up,
Jack,
shut
that
up.
was cute.
Shut up. He's lying.
No, he's
Don't fall for
being
that
sweet.
bullshit.
He's being respectful.
Yes.
Look at his
He's
face. He's
lying.
lying.
Personality, ambition, drive.
Eyes,
Soul,
smile.
right?
So that if
Soul,
it's
yeah.
flat
Yeah.
like a cardboard, you're okay. It's all
Well, I mean,
personality.
I would have to see her.
Talk to her.
Wait.
Talk to her.
Wait.
have to
You'd
talk
have
to
to
her.
see her. Exactly.
No, but
You can know everything about her. You can know about
No,
her personality, but you'd have to
If
see
you
her.
talk over the phone though, you can get personality. So
Yeah, that's a yeah.
All right, what's this
Can we
list?
just appreciate
Where'd we get
beauty?
this? Where'd we get this bullshit ass
Booty?
list right here?
Beauty, just
Oh,
beauty in
beauty.
general.
there's a few
Beauty's in
from
the
them.
eye of the beholder, Jack.
Who?
Yeah,
Whose list
yeah,
is this?
whose list? Now this list is
Okay, this is big game boomer.
the
Oh,
best.
wait.
This is-
Four
We're
lists
getting this
from
is
him.
too many lists.
Yeah.
You got list week next week.
Okay.
Nah, but these are good. Let's
No,
go
no, no.
through these.
Honestly, we should save this one. Let's save this
Okay.
one for next week, and we also
This is
rank.
ridiculous.
This is ridiculous. So let's
This
save
is
this one.
absurd.
This is absurd. Let's save this one for next week and
You're
have
just
our.
mad. But
Yeah,
I'm not mad.
That number one.
I'm just talking
is
about
Garbaggio. Number one is
It's a fine town, but
college town.
7 being at 7, 5 being at 5, and 13 being at 13.
5 being at 5 is a travesty. It's
Thirteen-
not a
Matt
fucking
Stark
college
was
town.
at 41.
I'm shocked it's at 41. Most people put towards the bottom.
Okay,
I'm fine with
Here are
that.
the other list.
No, let's save that list and let's counter
save
next
that
week.
list.
We have best tailgating, worst tailgating. We just Nick's best college towns have worst coaching hires and most famous people to attend.
Oh, I do
Yeah,
want to look at
let's
that
do
in a
this
minute.
one. Yeah, let's do this
I
one.
do want to look at that. Okay, let's go with let's do famous people to attend real
Yeah, I
quick.
like
I
that
kind of
one
like
too.
this list.
Zoom in.
So we got
Dave always makes fun
who's
of me.
Big Game Boomer?
I don't know,
He's just someone who was making lists recently.
I love making lists.
Dave always makes
Yeah,
fun of me
you really
'cause
did. You didn't make the list.
I will.
Throw something at
I
him.
will throw this right at your skull. Okay.
Um,
These are the most famous.
I have something to pick at this already.
You're
I'm
A
just-
and M. You're not at the A&M person.
Well, no, Dave always makes fun of me for saying that I am, other than Johnny Manziel and Von Miller, like other than athletes. Eva Longoria is on this list. She didn't go to Texas A&M University. She went to A&M Galveston, which is a school. Like you
Okay.
don't count
that.
Eva
It's a
Longoria.
satellite
Yeah,
campus.
it's like
Count
Matt,
this
like
down a little.
well, no, because Matthew McConaughey went to the actual University of
Okay,
Texas.
Okay, all right. So this is the most famous person to attend each FBS school. Okay, let's see where North Carolina's got.
Michael Jordan.
Duh.
Oh, that's duh.
Yeah.
Duh.
UConn is
Meg Ryan? Who is that?
Who's
She's an
Meg Ryan?
actress.
First of all, Meg Ryan is a saint. You
She's
son of a bitch.
beautiful.
What?
Are you telling me?
Sleepless
when Harry
in
met
Seattle?
Sally?
Sue. It's like
You've got
You've
mail?
got motherfucking mail? Huh?
You've never heard of
it's
Meg
Dan
Ryan?
Orlovsky. If
Oh,
we're talking.
fuck no.
It's Meg Ryan.
Get the fuck out of here.
She's the rom-com queen of the late 80s, early 90s.
I have no idea that is either.
I don't know who
Sleepless
this is.
in
You've never
Seattle?
seen You've Got Mail?
No.
It's a delightful.
Didn't
It's
she
a
win
fucking
Academy
delight.
Awards? Isn't she an Academy Award winner?
I-
I got no idea who this is.
Okay,
She
well,
went to UConn.
She does the orgasm in Cat's Deli and when Harry got when Harry met Sally.
I've never
The
seen that
orga-
movie.
And then the old woman says, "I'll have what she's having."
That's right. I have
know
seen that clip.
line.
Yeah.
I get
yeah.
that line,
That's
but I
Meg
don't.
Ryan.
Okay.
You've never heard of
She
the
went
movie
to
Sleepless in
Bethel
Seattle?
I know
High
what it is. I
School.
just never
Wow.
watched it.
She's a very famous actress.
All right, so Texas A&M is
That's not true.
is Ava
And
Longoria.
one of my top girl crushes, but she's not. I would say Johnny
Ah!
Manziel.
What? What?
Did you see that? Look.
What?
Look.
What?
No.
Look.
No, this is
Where?
fake.
What am I looking at?
He's looking at from Mississippi State.
Shut the fuck up.
It says Brandon Walker.
Bob Dylan,
Brad
Brandon
Pitt.
Walker.
Look
Brad
at look
Pitt.
3 in a row. Bob Dylan, Brandon Walker,
Roger
Brad Pitt.
Staubach.
Thank
Roger
you.
Staubach.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Katie, did you Photoshop this?
Did you? That's awesome. Did you really?
Yeah.
Oh, God. Fantastic work, Katie. Great work.
I thought you'd be upset.
Me? To see my name as a...
But it's fake.
It's not
Brandon.
you.
No, I'm good.
He's fine with it.
I'm good.
The way she reacted when I just looked over, she just couldn't look this way.
She
had-
told me, she showed it to me. I was like, oh, this is really funny. And then she was like, I don't know if I can keep it in and like not
She couldn't.
laugh.
She was
She
looking like,
couldn't.
you know, like when you get home and your dog is like ripped up the garbage
Yes.
and they just like are looking to the other side because they know what they've done. That's what she just did.
Is this an actual list that you just put Brandon Walker in from Mississippi State?
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, who was the actual?
I have no idea. I think I might have undone it now.
That's
You want
disappointing.
me to find it?
Yeah, if you can find it.
All right. I'm thinking.
So for
It's some writer.
for
John
2
Grisham.
Yeah.
So for 2 seconds, you got
Damn.
the glory.
I still hold on to it. I can look at it. I feel good.
I thought you were gonna be upset.
Oh yeah. I'll text you
should,
later.
No, you should definitely tweet that out and see how many people disagree with it. Although I guess I would be stealing Big Game Boomers list. You can't do that.
Yeah, that's true.
That's stealing content.
Wow, this is
Wow.
oh,
Kourtney
man.
Kardashian for Arizona.
who has the best. Yeah, going through.
I mean, Texas, Matthew McConaughey, obviously. George Strait at Texas State, pretty
That's
good.
pretty good.
Yeah.
Sandra Bullock went to East Carolina.
See, Michael Phelps is not Tom Brady from Michigan.
Oh, that's bullshit. I
I
guess
think
so.
Michael Phelps might be as
Yeah,
famous, especially at
worldwide,
his peak. He
worldwide.
might be
Yeah,
as
worldwide.
famous as
Yeah,
Tom
yeah.
Brady.
Not in this.
Rainn Wilson went to the University of Washington.
Kid Cudi went to Toledo.
Ben Stiller, UCLA. I knew that one. It's a pretty good list.
Hulk Hogan, South Florida.
Good job by this guy for putting Bob
Big-
Saget for Temple instead of the obvious answer for Temple,
Oh
Ted
yes,
Bundy?
Bill Cosby.
Bill Cosby.
Oh.
Two bad guys.
Penn
Very
State.
bad.
It doesn't have anybody more famous than Keegan Michael Key. He's very funny, but it feels like they have a lot of famous
Jeff D.
people.
Lowe.
Roan.
Adam
Didn't
Ferrone.
Jeff D'Lo win it 191 times?
No, that was fake. He
Oh.
photoshopped it. I fell for it too.
I fell for it too.
I
But there's a people link, or is he? He's not
did
the
you
person
read
who did
the
it.
link?
Of course not.
Katie, you just literally photoshopped this, and
Yeah.
you're wondering if he could have photoshopped that.
And I took the individual letters too. I screenshotted them
Liberty
and put
is
them
Sam
together.
Ponder.
It is.
Well, I mean,
She
yeah,
did go there.
Yeah, she did go there. Name somebody more famous.
Huh.
It's a pretty good list.
Who do you think Fordham's most famous alum is?
Tim Tebow.
No, Fordham.
Oh, I thought you said Florida.
Oh, you just rewrote history. I was like, I don't remember him going
I
there.
thought you said Florida.
No, Aaron Andrews.
I would say no. I'd say Tim Tebow is more famous than Aaron Andrews.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd agree. Tim
Yeah.
Tebow.
The most famous person from Fordham,
Did Tom?
since all of yours is listed except for mine, would most likely be Vince Lombardi.
Yeah,
Did
that's.
Tom Petty go to Gainesville to Florida, or is he just from Gainesville?
I think he's just from Gainesville.
I still
Denzel
think-
Washington also went to Fordham.
Also, Denzel Washington's son is named after Kyle Field. I mean, John David Crow.
Kyle
John David Crow won a Heisman at Kyle Field.
I understand.
Kyle
John David
Trask is
Washington.
named after
Yeah,
Kyle
you've got
Field.
2 Heisman Trophy winners:
Yeah.
John David Crow
And Johnny
and
Manziel.
John Manziel.
Wait, who's A&M? Is it Johnny?
It says
Oh,
Eva
Devo.
Longoria, but I
Is
would
Johnny,
say it's
is
Johnny
Johnny
Manziel.
trying to slide back in the door?
He's got his own podcast now
Did
with
you see him
Mike
tweeting at Dave a lot this weekend?
and
I
Marty.
think he's trying to slide back in the door a little bit.
I don't know what he's doing.
Well, you would know. I mean, I would assume he would DM you first and say, "Hey, slide me back in the door."
I don't know what he's doing.
You know.
Who's
Oh, look at
BYU?
him. Oh boy.
I don't know what he's doing.
What's BYU? Who's BYU? Justin, Aaron Elk. What? Who is that?
We'll talk later.
Houston, Lil Wayne.
I said we're going to talk later.
Who's Justin?
Houston, Lil
Who's
Wayne.
Aaron Eckhart?
That's Batman. No, that's
It's an actor.
Dark Knight is an actor. Yeah, he was. Yeah.
Baylor being the only one with 2. Chip and Jenna.
Joanna.
Joanna, she's a saint.
They do that that house show.
The boo-hoo. I feel so bad for Baylor last night was disgusting.
It was a foul.
cares?
It was a
Could you
foul.
not.
Who cares?
All right, we're done with this list.
Yeah, we're done with this list.
I also pulled out some of the Tinder.
Oh, let's do
Slash.
that. Okay.
Oh hell
So
yeah!
how many we got?
Oh.
4.
I got 4.
So what? So okay.
These are. We're just gonna read the bold parts. We'll just read
Well,
the
you
bold
can
part.
bold. I have the
No,
whole
we're
thing,
gonna
but bolded our highlights.
Because if people didn't listen to last week's, we realized that recruiting profiles
Are
sound
very
like dating.
sexual in
Yeah,
nature,
very
yes.
sexual dating profile esque.
Yeah, if you went to Tinder and you read this about, you would immediately swipe. What's a good one? Swipe right, swipe left.
Right.
I don't know. I'm not on dating apps.
Swipe right.
Apparently, Miss App over there is.
Yeah,
I'm
sorry.
not on dating apps.
We'll talk later.
We are going to talk later
Mm-hmm.
about what?
I don't like the way I don't like the way your face is doing right now.
That I'm not on dating apps?
No,
She doesn't need to be.
I understand it's
Thank
not
you,
about
Katie.
that.
Okay. Read the Tinder.
First of all, don't holler at me.
I'm calm.
Second, all right. So this is here we go. This is your Tinder dating app.
You read one, then I'll read one.
You mean the whole thing, or
I don't know.
bold
What would you
line?
rather do?
I'll read this one. You read the next one.
Okay.
Okay. This is all right. So you go on Tinder. Good height with a plus frame. Elite improvisational QB who can extend plays and remain accurate on the move. Varies arm angles as needed. Impressive velocity. Shows encouraging touch.
This one's good.
Senses pressure and knows how to react to it. Also willing to stand and deliver under duress. Occasionally will take risks, but that is also part of what makes him so good. Release quickness is good in general, but could still quicken a bit at times. So
How do these people with a straight face write these?
that sounds like some. I mean, that's swipe right immediately.
Swipe right. Okay.
All right, here's yours.
That was Quinn Ewens.
When
who's
yours,
committed to,
yours.
Number 1 of the 2022 class.
Here you go.
who's committed to Ohio State at the moment.
Probably gonna go Texas.
Owns the requisite height and possesses verified length to foster more bulk addition if desired. Powerful build manifests in point of attack disruption. Closes fast in pursuit. Punchy and physical.
Oh,
Motor runs hot.
oh, hello.
Can also run plays down from backside. Violent hands will become even more
I
dangerous.
don't know. I might swipe past that one.
Oh, I'm swiping right on that one. Katie. How about you? High five.
That's not a high five, kid. All right.
Yeah, Katie. Wow.
All right. Here we go.
I thought you were would be more into that.
No, she is into it. She's trying not to because her parents listen to this podcast.
right, here's
I
my
was
next
like,
one.
That's a Katie guy if I've ever heard one.
I don't.
Offensive
Katie,
line.
I think you missed a bold on this one, but I'll read it. I'll bold it myself. All right. So this is a cornerback. Well, still relatively new to the position, making. Still.
We are so
hold on.
immature.
Still.
We are
Still
so
relatively new to the position,
immature.
making the transition from receiver.
I'm so proud of this one.
Plays with physicality, can bump and press. Smooth back pedal and quick hips make him a natural.
Also, I think we missed another one at the very top. Quickness and explosiveness.
All right, here's your last one.
slender frame with desired length, a twitchy, bouncy athlete, smooth in the back pedal,
Bet he is.
able to flip his hips and mirror wide receivers of all different sizes.
Oh, here's one.
Looks to have turbo under the hood. Not the strongest individual, but will fight with his hands.
Oh boy, I bet he
and
will.
try to redirect wideouts.
Oh man, how about that?
Willing tackler that can help out and run support.
I need one of you gals. Okay, when the bars come back and you're out with your friends and you're drinking and you see a guy at the bar and he gives you eyes, you give him eyes. I want you to walk up to him and I'll say, would you look him dead in his eye and say, hey, you look to have a turbo under the hood. I want to see how that works. Looks to have a turbo under the hood.
No, what we need to do is just sit Katie on dating apps to say that. Like on like Tinder or Bumble or something. Just have her Bumble, because the girls have to start the conversation first, right? Mm-hmm. That's your opening line. You look like you have a turbo under the hood.
I can send to you right now.
This should be a YouTube segment.
It is.
It is, okay. Just making sure.
Then we also have the 2-minute drill from the Roughnecks.
Can we take a timeout?
Yes, PP?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to walk you to your bed.
Brandon, if people have been watching this YouTube, they know that it's a tough time for you today.
I'm looking fine. I feel good.
You've wrapped the microphone cord around your neck.
Yes.
You've pulled your hair down in front of your face.
Mm-hmm.
It's just tough times all around.
Yeah, not great.
You know what you don't need to worry about?
Student loan
Your
debt.
student loan debt.
Yes,
Yeah. You got everything else to worry
Yeah.
about early. Like to start off the episode, we had to be in between yet another fight of Katie and Jack.
They grew out of it.
They grew out of it, but you know what you usually don't grow out of?
Student
loans. But thanks to our friends at Earnest, it's super
I like how
easy.
you did 2 intros for this.
You know what?
You did two separate questions to make me say student loan debt.
Yeah, I know. Well, I just wanted to keep seeing how many times I could get you to say it.
This is double important, folks.
This is double important. And with today's low interest rates, it's a great time to refinance those
student loans.
There you go. So if you go to earnest.com/Barstool right now, it takes only 2 minutes, Brandon.
Is that where I can take care of my student loans?
Your student loans. Drink every time you hear student loans. You can check your rate risk-free in just 2 minutes. You get radically flexible payments. You can pick your loan term. Your LERM.
Your learn term.
Your LERM term. Your loan term. And you can also put it all in one simple monthly payment.
My student loans?
So all of it. All together in one monthly payment. And most importantly, you can even talk to a real live person.
About my student loans?
And for help, because we all know you need help about your student loans.
Yes.
So Earnest is offering right now to help you refinance, but not only that, $100 cash bonus. So free money.
$100?
We like free money around here.
Mm-hmm.
Refinance your student debt at earnest.com/Barstool. Terms and conditions do apply. Again, our listeners, the Roughnecks, $100 in cash bonus when you refinance your student loans at earnest.com/Barstool. Those terms and conditions do apply. Should I do it? You want me to do it?
You should do it.
Okay. Visit earnest.com/Barstool for more details. Terms and conditions do apply. Earnest student loan refinancing made by Earnest Operations LLC in San Francisco, California. Visit earnest.com/licenses for a full list of licenses.
So here we go. We got the 2-minute drill, but this week it is you guys asking us the questions. You ready?
Did you say questions like that on purpose?
Yeah. Sometimes I'll say it like that.
Yeah, it's okay.
I'll say turlet every now and then.
Turlet?
Turlet questions.
Because you're a Southern gentleman?
Mm-hmm. So
you did just escort me.
Sure did. All the way to the bathroom.
Yeah, not into the bathroom.
Well, was it weird? I sat on the sink. I didn't go in the stall.
No, you didn't go in the bathroom. But, I mean, even arm in arm, like we were walking down the aisle at a wedding. I think everyone on the content floor was very confused.
I've been planting the seeds of the rumor of our affair. So.
Don't do that. That's not funny.
Yeah,
did you get the text I sent you?
I'm not a homewrecker. I'm not a homewrecker.
I didn't send any text. Actually,
you don't
just
go along
came
with
in.
anything.
Just came in.
Yeah, he real quick on that one.
Right, yeah, just got it.
Okay, 2-minute drill.
All right, so 2-minute drill. Here are the questions. I love my wife. She's beautiful.
She is beautiful.
Mm-hmm. Most important coach / personnel on the team besides the head coach via TiVo.
My gut reaction is to say strength and conditioning.
Okay, I know what direction I'm going with this.
I know that it's going to be probably a coordinator.
Yeah.
I would say quarterback coach is very important, but I feel like you see a lot of times the players connecting with their strength and conditioning coach either in a really positive way or in a really negative way, and how much the strength and conditioning coach has time with them throughout the spring and summer, I think is incredibly important.
I'm going a different direction. Does
Okay.
anybody know the direction I'm going?
You're going boosters.
Oh, so
The
you're
head
DC.
booster. The
Oh,
guy
well,
that,
yeah,
the
obviously.
guy that controls the money. That
We're
is-
talking about on the team.
He's on the team as much as.
I'm
any
saying
person.
the most important person at Alabama is the guy that helps Nick Saban be the
Okay.
best recruiter in the country.
All right, I agree with that.
Yeah.
Take that off the table. We're talking about coaching staff and personnel.
I would say your best coordinator. I would probably say defensive coordinator because I feel like offensive talent is always going to score points no matter, if you got enough talent, you're going to score points. Whereas defense, I feel like you can get a coach who's good enough to scheme up a good defense.
Okay.
Where maybe not, that's what I think. I don't know. And plus, I think everybody runs very similar offensive schemes these days, spreads you out, does all these things. That a good defensive coordinator, a unique defensive coordinator can be the biggest weapon in college football.
But then you look at Joe Brady and Joe Burrow, and you see how big of a deal that was
Yeah.
as just a passing
I
game
guess
coordinator.
it kind of it varies.
Yeah,
varies.
but it goes back to you see a lot of times like halfway through the season you hear like, oh, these guys aren't conditioned well, they're running out of gas halfway through the game. It's like, well, strength and conditioning coach.
If you could steal a tradition from any school, what would it be? Says Lennon Miller. Lennon Miller, by the way, a stupid ass Arkansas fan.
You
How do
knew him.
Oh
How
yeah,
did you
his
know?
name.
I remember all the Arkansas fans' names.
Do you really?
Yeah, they all got names like Lennon Miller. Fucking, how hard is that to remember?
That's unbelievable. I really like that.
Steal any tradition.
Once a grown man willingly puts woo pig or that, you pretty much remember. You put that on a mental list of who,
It's kind of annoying that their basketball coach is so well connected with
Yeah.
my
Barstool now
take,
because
yeah.
like you just want to just hate Arkansas across the board.
Oh, I still do.
I know you do.
Yeah.
He likes Pardon My Take, not Brandon.
Wow. Okay.
Well, no,
He might like me too.
No, he might, but I'm saying like you can still hate on him. He didn't say he liked you.
I
I don't think you hate Eric Musselman.
don't.
No,
I hate Arkansas.
right. You hate the fans. Steal a tradition from any school.
Yeah.
You're gonna hate this one. Waving at the kids. Kinnick.
Wow. You want sick kids in your stadium?
No, I just wanted to.
Yeah, I want 0 sick kids.
Yeah.
No,
I'm
I love the
against sick
charity.
kids.
I love the.
I don't want there to be a need for children's hospitals.
I agree. I wish everyone was healthy, but I just wanted to say that to see how you would react. I just
I got one.
I know what you're gonna say. Fucking save it.
No, I was gonna say that I would love to grab my nuts.
Yeah.
On this.
I knew that one was coming. It's not a fucking tradition, Jack.
Oh, also, this third time.
Can I motherfucking talk?
This is the third time we're bringing up the UConn Baylor game, but it reminded me of the time UConn played Baylor in football for the second straight season. The first season they beat Baylor in
Can I
Waco,
just point out
Texas.
something? This is not the third time we brought up UConn Baylor.
You did.
It's the third time you did.
And then they played UConn at the Rensselaer Field, and they beat RG3 and Baylor. I was there. I was in the stadium. Among the men and women who were the loudest
He
crowd
lied, Jack.
that
He lied.
RG3 ever heard in his life. In his life.
He lied, Jack.
RG3 said the
Jack,
loudest
he lied.
crowd he ever played
Jack,
against
He lied.
against was the Rensselaer Field, East Hartford, Connecticut.
Yay. Okay.
People
I would
really,
steal-
people really need to
UFC.
subscribe.
I would like to steal the
subscribe to the
Inner
YouTube channel
Sandman.
because
I would like to steal the Inner Sandman arrival. at
Brandon just
Virginia.
tried to off himself on this podcast.
I would like to steal the Inner
Ooh,
Sandman
that's a
entrance
good
at
one.
Virginia Tech. It's stealable too. You
Jump
just-
around, Wisconsin.
Okay.
That's what I would steal.
What did Virginia Tech do?
Enter Sandman, the entrance, the smoke and all that.
I'm going to take me home country roads from West Virginia that stole it from Maryland.
Why would they steal it from Maryland? The song was about West Virginia.
No, it's not. It's about Maryland. You didn't know that?
Doesn't he sing West Virginia in the song?
Yeah, but he was talking about West
Take me home,
Virginia.
country
Like
roads,
west of Virginia.
Yeah.
Maryland.
I think
I'm telling you.
that Jack is right.
I think if you get somebody in here.
John Denver's full of shit, man.
I thought the Rocky Mountains would be rockier than this.
Do you guys know that quote?
Yeah, it's
No.
look, it's inspired by.
What movie is that
What
quote
movie
from?
was that quote from?
I thought the Rocky Mountains would be rockier than this.
John Denver's full
Full
of shit, man.
Step Brothers?
It's not the worst guess.
Dumb and Dumber.
was gonna say
Okay,
Brokeback.
so
That's not the movie.
did you see
she was
that
talking about
it's-
you guys.
It's about Maryland.
Okay, fine. If there's one player coach from any team, who's the one you want to punch in the face the most?
I don't want to punch anyone in the
I'd
face.
Oh,
suck you freeze
bullshit.
right in the face.
Yeah.
Right in the pow, right in the kisser.
More than Dabo.
Don't punch Dabo. That's not nice.
Dabo's got that drip.
No, he's home.
Now he's on TikTok. Nothing really.
You want to punch somebody. Quit being.
No, I'm trying to think. Like,
You wouldn't have
You?
punched Brian Kelly last year when they got the last playoff spot instead of you guys?
no, I'd probably thank him that we didn't get killed by Alabama again. Can I punch somebody in the past?
Yeah, you punch anybody.
Ricky Williams.
Wow.
I was gonna say Art Briles.
You have to spend the
We're,
rest
we're talking about people that deserve to be talked about.
Fair.
Andy Grotkowski says you have to spend the rest of your life in one college town. Which one would it be? Cannot be your own college.
Okay. Madison.
Give me Athens, Georgia. The South, pretty girls. lot
Give
of
me
good
all the
food.
cheese curds,
Yeah.
the
cold.
lakes.
Cold.
Yeah, but I don't mind the cold.
Yeah,
don't
you
mind the
mind
cold. No, I don't. I'd much rather. Now I've acclimated. I'd much rather it be cold than hot.
If you could guarantee, says Elijah Teague, your team to win at least 10 games every year for the rest of your entire life, but you never beat your rival again, would you do it?
No.
No, 100%
Not
no.
even a shot.
Fuck
now,
you. No.
Now, right now, for me, yes, because we don't have a
I
true
go at
rival
least
in the
10
SEC.
and 2 every year, but I got to lose to Ole Miss every year.
That's-
Fuck that.
But see, we don't have a true rival in the SEC yet. So I would say yes, but if you put Texas back on the schedule, no.
Kyle Lovingood says, would you live on a rival's campus for a year and can't leave to ensure you beat them for that football season? You have to wear your school's attire everywhere you go on your rail campus. Yeah,
Yes,
sure would.
absolutely.
I'd love to do that.
I'd
Walk
love to
around
live in
Oxford
Austin.
rocking some fucking Mississippi State gear.
Imagine living in Austin.
Yeah, well,
Great.
Oxford sucks, but I'd still
Oxford
live there.
does not suck.
Sucks.
Oxford's actually a very good time.
It's
But I mean,
fake.
my
Everything's fake
true
about it.
rival of what I grew up with is Austin, Texas. Of course, I'd live in Austin.
Which college football coach would be the best dad? Says Gino
You
Fornaro.
skipped one.
What?
He's purposely skipped.
Top 3
Will
songs you
UConn
must.
defend their title? What are some potential hurdles to overcome? Yes, well, I mean, they will be defending it. Will they complete their title defense? I'm not going to make any guarantees. Got a tough schedule, including Liberty, Clemson. But it's on the
Imagine
table.
adding
love-
Liberty and
I
Clemson in
love
the
how
same
he's-
sentence.
But I love how he started with Liberty.
Yeah.
Tough schedule. Got Liberty, Clemson, and then,
We got to play in-state rival Yale.
woo, my God.
Can't lose that one. If we lose that one, it's bad.
Oh my God. Okay, Brandon, keep going.
That's if the Ivies let students back on campus.
Which college
ever.
football coach would be the best dad? Says Gino Fornaro.
Dabo Sweeney.
Well, they're all dads.
My
most of
God.
them.
I don't know. I assume they're all good dads.
Yeah.
I just assume.
They don't see their kids ever.
Well, in the off season,
Jack, do you need some coffee?
No, I'd be up all night.
you're barely up now.
No, I just said they all have kids for the most part.
That wasn't why I said that. I said that because you yawned. We're limping to the finish here. What's the best sound on game day? This is easy.
SEC on CBS.
Oh, I was thinking about it being in stadium.
Oh.
The first time you hear the drums. You hear them in
Oh,
the
the
distance, or
drum
you hear the
line.
band coming in.
Oh, yeah.
The first time you hear, wait, that's a band. Yeah.
I think the
Well,
best
A&M has the
smell
walkout
is
with
No.
the smell of like grills.
What's happening?
What?
What's happening?
He's gonna point out it says sound, not smell, on the board.
What is the best sound on game day? Jesus.
Oh, it's been a
Um,
long day.
Welcome to the jungle on third down. UConn at the rent.
All right.
RG3 hears that in his nightmares.
2-week ban on the Rensselaer. On the rent.
On the
2-week
rent?
ban.
Okay.
2-week ban.
I haven't brought it up in a while.
You've brought it up 5 times in the last 3 minutes.
Yeah, but we played Baylor last
What's the
night.
best sound on game day? Ooh, the smell of a good barbecue grill. What's that sound like?
Sizzling.
Austin Desjardins says,
The
since
crack of a high noon.
Oh, good, Jack. That was good.
don't let him save it. Since the 2-minute drills at the end of the show, says Austin Desjardins, did Casey make it the entire episode without mentioning Johnny Manziel? That's a big, fat, hard no.
Also, excuse me, sir. Try talking about college football without mentioning Johnny Manziel.
I could do
People
it.
do it all.
I could do it quite easily.
Like Sports Center can't do it right now. He's all over the
I
news
know
all the
he's
fucking
not.
time.
I can do it
Yes,
easily.
he is. And also, he was on a fucking list. That's not my fault.
No,
in
Eva
fact,
Longoria
You're right.
was.
You're right.
I am right.
Relax.
No, he wasn't on the list.
How come Austin? How do you say his last
Yeah,
name?
he wasn't on the list.
Desjardins.
Eva Longoria, who you
Like,
discredited because she.
No, I love Eva Longoria.
Be-
She's
Isn't
fucking
she a
hot,
porn
but she
star?
didn't.
She went to a satellite
No.
campus.
Did you
Not
just
a
hear
porn
what
star?
she said?
What'd you say?
Is Eva Longoria a porn
She's
star?
not a porn
wrong with
star.
you?
What's wrong with you? She's on Desperate Housewives.
Which is
Ah,
not, I
same
mean,
thing.
that's actually a decent
A
point.
what? Desperate Housewives was a fucking banger.
I would have watched that.
She
porn.
went to she didn't even go to Galveston.
Yeah,
she
that
went to
would've-
that
Kingsville.
would've been a
She
hell
went
of
to
a
A&M
porn.
Kingsville. She didn't go to A&M College Station. Like there's a billion satellite schools.
This is a phenomenal question. Nick Pettis. If you had to spend 72 hours handcuffed to someone at Barstool, who would it be?
I plead the fifth.
Oh, my God. Okay, I need somebody tiny. Probably Dave. Dave. Going to be good-looking women around. He's small.
You think he'd do that with you?
Oh, it's my choice, right? Probably Dave.
That's fair.
I'd be eating.
love
eating.
how
You
you
think you'd
started
still
out
have a
just
job at the end of the
tiny.
72
I'd be eating
hours?
at nice restaurants. I'd be around probably a nice apartment. Probably be some Instagram models there. Yeah, I'd go Dave. What? Y'all are scared, but tell me that ain't the right answer.
No, I think
It's a great answer.
Blink if that's the right answer.
It's a great answer.
Katie tapes her eyes open.
I think you would have a job at the end of the 72 hours.
It asked me if I had to spend 72 hours handcuffed to someone at Barstool, who would it be?
Yeah,
It's Dave. The
he would be
easy answer
sick
is
of
Dave.
you.
Yeah, he would hate you.
No.
By the
He
end
would
of it.
hate
I'm
you.
not asking. The question wasn't who would Dave Portnoy want to be handcuffed to. It was
Yeah,
who
but
would-
if he's mad at you the entire time of the 72 hours,
what's he
he'd
gonna
just
do? He's
berate-
5'6".
Well, he would berate you. He would just make you cry.
He'd send you home like
specifically,
he
not
sent
anybody-
Dukes home.
Your son, he ain't sending Brandon fucking Walker home.
He couldn't because that would mean that.
Well, I'm handcuffed to him. He'd have to go to my house. He won't be at my house.
So you would want him in
Him
bed
having
with
to
your
look up
wife?
to my kids and shit.
You'd want him to be in bed with your wife?
Just relax. Your son is a 5-star QB, says Justin Moore. What program are you sending him to and why?
Alabama, because he'll have all the best weapons around him, the best offensive line to protect him, and he'll get drafted into the NFL.
Yeah, he might play a year. I'm sending him to Mike Leach. Are you kidding? I'm sending him to Mike Leach.
Homer.
What would you throw at her? Again, oh God,
Don't,
oh my God. I feel like I'm in the middle of a food fight.
Another plug for the YouTube right there.
The
Your
the
task-
YouTube
You're
is so much
tasked with
better.
changing the mascot for your school. What do you make? It says Nate Raymond.
I'm not changing it.
You have to.
No.
Casey, damn it. These questions are asked for a reason.
I have a dog as a mascot.
hypotheticals.
I told you recently that one of the mascots that doesn't exist in sports, which I think should, Puppy. I would change it to the Yukon Puppies.
No, I like having Reveille as my mascot.
It's a hypothetical.
We're gonna
Yeah,
have,
I love dogs.
when
what do
are
you
we
want
gonna
from me?
have the conversation, Brandon? That Reveille's kind of ugly.
Reveille is not ugly. Look up Reveille.
It's a
Reveille.
collie. It looks like Lassie.
Yeah, it's not
Collies
ugly.
are ugly.
No, they are
First of all,
not.
I would love to pile on Casey. You're crazy. Collies are not ugly. Collies
They are
beautiful.
beautiful. She doesn't even know how to spell it. Look
Oh
up
my
collie.
God.
Look up collie.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Just-
Spilled.
That is not an ugly
I mean,
dog.
if you think that's an ugly dog,
You're crazy.
It's not ferocious.
it's a beautiful
It's a-
dog.
she's
It's a majestic
beautiful.
looking dog.
I don't dig it.
She's
I don't
just
know.
don't
That's your
dig it.
man right there. I don't know.
she is beautiful.
You're the one that
She
fired
is
him off the college
original.
football show.
I did not. She is the first lady.
She is the only.
She
I'll
is-
respect her.
She is
She's the only female.
She's the only collie mascot.
She's also the only female mascot, I think, dog mascot. I think all the other dog mascots are males.
Have you seen it?
Y'all's mascot's a woman.
Don't be sexist. Don't be a misogynist.
Katie, that's not even a callback joke because we edited that out of the fucking podcast,
Yeah,
so
no
people
one
don't know
knows
that you
about
did a
that.
5-minute thing one
That's
time and
right,
accused me
yeah,
of being
I
misogynist.
saved your ass. We saved your
right.
ass.
I remember.
It's a callback to us because we were in the room, but we saved you by not putting that in the podcast.
Yeah, uh-huh.
Yeah.
I can't believe you think that is an ugly dog.
That is
How
a crazy
dare
take.
you? How dare you? That's an ugly mascot.
I'm sorry. Did you just Google Ramsey's UNC balls?
Yeah, it's got massive
Oh
balls.
my God.
You've never seen them? They're massive.
He had to have testicular reduction surgery? That's a thing?
No, that's got to be a joke, like a
Oh, yeah, the
joke
uncle
website.
thing,
Yeah,
that's
yeah, yeah.
Oh God, I thought that was real.
No, but like they're genuinely like they're massive.
That's a great tweet. He has 5-star testicles.
Like
What?
Holy fuck, those look like tits.
Balls are the weirdest things, man.
How much do you think that those things weigh?
A lot.
Good for him. Good for you, Ramsey.
I don't think so. It's kind of like when women have way too big of boobs and it hurts their back. That's gotta hurt his
also
back.
to make other
He's a
things look
ram.
smaller by comparison.
What?
What?
When
What'd
did
you say?
Ramses die?
Hold on. What'd you say?
What did you say? What did you say?
It's gonna make other things look smaller by comparison.
Oh, it's,
Yes, there was this great YouTuber, may he rest in peace, Rich Piana, who he was a bodybuilder, and he once had a YouTube video where he said, we could watch it right now, it's still up. Don't be worried about taking steroids and making your balls shrink because it will make your dick look bigger.
Look at Brandon's. Can you please just take a photo of this? Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. No!
Cousin Urkel.
black. How do I look like Urkel?
I'm confused.
What? Our cousin Urkel?
I'm confusing with like an Amish cousin. I don't.
Amish cousin.
She's talking about Cousin It!
My name is Brandon
No,
Walker.
wait.
Casey Smith's on the floor over there. Jack is looking something up. Katie's just saying the dumbest shit. That was unnecessary roughness.
I'm going to play this video real.
Why?